everyone, and happy Monday. Hope your week is off to a great start. And temperatures are not off to a great start as it's very cold once again, but not as bad, certainly, as the last few days when we had temperatures of 6 below on Saturday morning and then 0 yesterday. It's 11 here in Lima. Elsewhere, we find numbers as low as 4 down there in Bellefontaine and as mild as 14 in Ottawa. But the good news is that these numbers are going to continue to rise through the day today, and we are on our way to the mid to maybe even upper 20s by the end of the day today, which is going to feel outright balmy compared to where we've been over the last several. Now, satellite and radar does show that we have, we'll say, a mix of sun and clouds out there to start the morning. However, off to the west, we do have a line of snow shower activity that's on its way towards our area. It's going to get here probably in the next hour or so, and it could briefly come down at a fairly decent clip. And once that does move through, though, we are going to be primarily dry, although I can't totally rule out a few extra snow flurries this afternoon. Zooming on out, we find that that's the only game in town to the west, and to the east we find absolutely nothing, and that means that really this is our weather maker for the day today. And again, it doesn't look like a huge deal, but there could perhaps be just enough of the snow in quick succession here to maybe coat the roads. Not a huge deal, though. As we get a look at our Skycast here for the day today, by 10:30, that line will likely be well off to the east at this point, and temperatures in the 20s, but still those scattered snow flurries around, and that's what we will see continue through the day today as we make our way to a high between 25 and 29 degrees this afternoon. Then as we head on through the overnight hours, we stay cloudy, which is going to hold temperatures in the upper teens or lower 20s, so not at all a cold night tonight. And finally, a night that actually might be slightly above normal, which would be a big-time relief. And then tomorrow, similar to today, in that we do see a few scattered snow flurries around, and maybe a bit more than that down in the far southern parts of the viewing area, according to this model, but I think this is a bit too far north with a system that does look to be giving Cincinnati some snow tomorrow. Almanac for the month of February. We start with an average high of 34, but we have an 8-degree increase this month and end up in the low 40s for an average by the end of it. The average precip 2.5 inches, of which 5.1 inches is snow, but this is on average the driest month of the year in our area. So 26 the high today with cloudy skies and lots of snow flurries around. And as we look at the extended forecast, we do see a return briefly to the colder weather for Wednesday, then milder Thursday and especially Friday, but Friday does have a light snow possible, and that could accumulate a little bit, so we'll keep an eye on that. Otherwise, a bitterly cold weekend again before we moderate once more by Monday. Chris?